Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about lowest common multiple. And another way you may hear me refer to this is the LCM. Okay, so the LCM is the lowest common multiple. And this basically just means we're finding a multiple that two numbers have in common. So I'll show you a very simple example. Okay, so let's say we wanted to find the LCM of 10 and 12. The first thing you want to do is list the multiples for both numbers. Start with 5 and then you can move up to more. So let's start with the first 5 multiples of 10. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So now let's list the first 5 multiples of 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, and our last one is 60. So far, we don't have any multiples in common, right? But I know that now all I need to do is keep So since there are no multiples in common yet, now all I want to do is start adding a few more multiples on both sides to see if I can come up with one that they have in common. So after 50 comes 60. Oh, and now I see that I have a multiple in common, right? So the multiple that 10 and 12 have in common is 60. So since we're looking for the lowest common multiple, 60 would be my LCM, my lowest common multiple, because this is the lowest number that these two numbers have in common. Okay, so the LCM of 10 and 12 is 60. So let's do another example. Okay, let's do another simple one. Let's do the LCM of 5 and let's go with 6. The LCM of 5 and 6. Okay, so again, we're going to start by listing the first 5 multiples of both numbers. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's the first 5 multiples. So let's do the first 5 multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. So I can see that we don't have any numbers in common yet. Now when I say in common, that just means the same, right? There's no numbers that these two have that are the same as far as multiples. So I'm going to keep going. So the next multiple after 25 would be 30. And now I noticed that I have a number in common on both sides. So 30 is a multiple that 5 and 6 have in common. Okay, so if I were to keep going, I just want to show you something quickly. So if I were to keep going and I were to go all the way up, on both sides, I'm just continuing to come up with the multiples, right? So if you notice, they also have number 60 in common. Oops, sorry, I didn't realize that I wasn't in frame. Okay, so I just kept going up with the multiples, right? I just kept going all the way up, and now I see that they have 60 in common as well. But since we're working with the LCM, which means lowest, we want the lowest multiple that they have in common. So would the lowest common multiple be 30 or would it be 60? Which number is lower? The answer is 30. 30 would be the lower number. 30 is the LCM of 5 and 6. It's the lowest multiple that the two numbers have in common. Let's do one more example before you get started on your independent practice today. Okay, let's figure out what the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4 would be. So I'm going to write out, it's a good idea to use a T-chart like this for finding the lowest common multiple. It makes it very easy to organize your work and you can keep track of what multiples you're working with. So let's start by listing multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and that's the first 5. So I'm going to stop there just for now. And if I have to add more, then I will. So let's start listing the first 5 multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Now what I want to do is compare my lists of numbers and see, do they have any in common? And I can see that they have the number 12 in common. And since there are no other digits that they have in common, that means that 12 is their LCM. Okay, so I'm going to write that here at the bottom. The LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Okay, and that is lowest common multiple. So go ahead and try today's independent activity, and always know that you can come back to these videos to help you if you get off track or you get confused or you need any help at all.